let's do this. Hello, everybody. Oh, this is too high. This is the one of the things that I have to always set up every time I stream is this. I have to move the mic. And it's super annoying, and I wish that I didn't have to do that. Anyway, hope everybody's having a nice weekend. Gonna get down to business. So I warmed up a very, 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 very small amount just now. So we're gonna go into some Feuillard. But yeah, I was a little bit starting a little bit later today than I usually do because I went skiing. Just at some local. I'm a cross country skier, so I just went to some local trails. We got a couple more inches of snow yesterday, which was good because we don't have a lot of snow, and that's a bummer. This is the second time I've skied all year. So, yeah. It's more than good, more than forgive you, thank you. See, so you have a very long name. See. And I've read you before, but I've never had to say your name. Scar? Okay, perfect. Thank you. It's so weird when you like read somebody and then you hit the go live button. You're like, oh crap! I have to figure out how to pronounce that. Scar, thank you very much. I appreciate that. So anyway, let's do. Wait, do I have this in? Let me fix this order because this isn't the order that I want to do things in. Do that. We're gonna do this later. Okay, cool. That's better. That is better. Or you can try and read it. Scarnet. Oh my. What's up, DCS Deep? Scarnita Wikia. Chemosikotisk. No. If I was even like 10% of the way there, I'll call it a win. Scar, thank you. Okay, let's do the thing. We're gonna do number 2 here. So these are, oh here, I finally made a button for my Stream Deck. So if you want to follow along with the music, that you see over here, the daily exercises for cello, it's kind of I've been doing a lot more, so it's a collection of, I think there's like 36 sections, chapters, I'm not entirely sure what they're called, but each like section works on a different skill. So I did off camera, I did my trill exercises, and I guess I'm supposed to do, so my teacher has me doing 1 through 9, and then number 36, and I'm supposed to do a little bit of each one every day. So just like it can even be just a minute. So I did number 1. Number 2 is finger twisters. And let's see here, my practice log. What did I do? I did 10 and 11. I guess let's do 14 because I've got my foot pedal, and that's what my foot pedal wants me to do apparently. So we're going to do 14. This one's in 4. Oh, and what tempo do we do? What tempo do we do when we're in 4? Because yesterday I did stuff in 3. 112. All right. That seems fast. Let's take that down a notch. Teary. Yeah, this seems fast. I don't know. Let's go down to 100. let's do 15 as well. Well, no, let's just keep going. We'll just do the 1. Let me write that down. That was at 100 BPM. All right, number 3. So number 3 is it's a shifting thing. So this is it's in first and second positions, and been working on 1 through 3. There's 24 of these exercises. So like these so sections 1 and 2, or chapter 1 and 2, I've been doing like since I started playing, and I'm just adding in 3 through 7, and then number 8 I've been doing for quite a while, but not as long. What's up, Flutter? Nice to see you. Hope you're having a nice weekend. So yeah, so this one, I guess let's just do 1, 2, and 3. So this one is in 3, and what tempo do we do here? What's up, Cathedora? I'm late. You're not late. I'm late. We were watching Beetlejuice earlier over in Cathedora's Discord. Cathedora is an amazing streamer, cozy game streamer, Minecraft, Animal Crossing, crafting, photography. Let's see here. What are we doing? We'll just try this tempo. What is this? That's too slow. Maybe I wrote notes. 74. All right, well, we'll just bump it up to 78. Doing this faster last night, and it went okay, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna speed it up a little bit. So, I should mention also what I'm trying to do with these is, so these are in 3. So I want to accent on the beats. And these accents are just with my left hand. Let's do the next one. If I can do number 3 at this tempo yet. 3 is I haven't been working on as long, so we'll see. We shall see. No, here, let's turn the metronome off. I annotated this. I swear I annotated this last night. And my annotation is not showing up unless I am remembering annotating a different page. But I'm pretty sure that I was like, that's a 3. And we need some marks there. Is there a layer that I'm just not seeing? No. Okay, well, whatever. So that's the shift. I shift here. Let's do, I want to have a reference tone. So let's do, and that's the note that I'm shifting to is a D sharp. So let's see if that's helpful, I guess. Okay, that does help. But it sounds awful, but it does help. Let's do, what happens if we do an E, because that's that high note. Let's see if that is helpful or confusing. Turn that off because that's icky. Let's look at 4 here. So we go up to, this is in tenor clef, and I have to I'm still learning tenor clef. So sometimes I have to do the equivalent of counting on my fingers, which is right now. So that is, oh, that's an E. I don't know why I didn't, that's an E. Here, let me write it down. So we'll write that down. So even though I wrote that down, I stepped in a pile of poo there and played a C and not a C sharp. a shift there. Okay. All right. That's enough of this one. We'll write down, we did 1 through 4. So making progress on learning these exercises. So the point of these is like they shouldn't sound like anything. Like they're different. They're a whole mess of different finger patterns, and they're kind of meant to be confusing. Thank you, Scar. Let's see here. 1 through 4. Okay. What's up, Tesno? I should make a button for you. Everybody go follow Tesno. He's a DJ. Plays all kinds of music largely in the electronic varieties. See, Cathador says, do you still use the OBS captions? They seem more accurate than usual today. I do, and it's not. I think it's using Microsoft's, because this is my streaming. I'm on Macs primarily, but this laptop right here that I'm streaming on is a PC, and so I think it's just hooking into the local operating system's speech recognition. So and I do tend to update my system sort of promptly, not right away. And I don't update on Tuesdays. I wait. I wait a little bit. I got another update. I'll probably update after stream tonight. Anyway, I like to let other people find the bugs first, because I work in software and I do enough finding bugs in my normal work day when I get paid to find bugs. Okay, so number 4, this is first and third position. So this one, this is in 4, by the way. So, can we do this with a metronome? I don't think I have been. So let's try, let's set this to that. Let's try 72. DCS Deep says, always wise to wait until Microsoft beta tests on someone else. Yes, yes. So this is in 4. Teary. Let's drop it down a little bit. And then 2 is... That's the shift. looked at 3 yet. Oh, I'm doing this at halftime. That's a 2. I need to write that in. C, not C sharp. So on this exercise, it's going, the finger pattern is that, well, when you play cello, usually you use either your second or your third finger. You don't usually use like both. I mean, you use them both, but like the pattern is usually 1, 2, 4 or 1, 3, 4, depending on what key you're in. So, but in these, the first pattern is a 1, 2, 4, and the second pattern is a 3, 1, or 1, 3, 4. So that's what's, so we're going back and forth between those 2 finger patterns, and I'm messing it up sometimes. Okay, so this should be I'm gonna do this. Here, let me turn the metronome off. And I want to do this at a tempo where I can, like, where I'm consistently doing it right, because I want to train myself to do it the right way and not train myself to do it the wrong way. Okay, let's look at one more, because I would like to be able to just like blast through the whole first line. So this next one is, so yeah, I can see that there's a pattern from one to the next. It's just going up. It's just, the shift is the where you shift. It's the same shift, but you're landing on the next higher finger every time. So the first in 1, you land here. And then the second time, it's in the same spot, but you land here. Then you land here. Then you land here. And then I don't know what happens with number 5. Oh, number 5 then is in an extended position. See, and you can test the shift, because even if I'm supposed to shift here, my first finger should be a D. think it's a first finger shift. So when you're shifting, you kind of, there's different ways to shift. There's many different ways to shift, and it depends on, a lot of times you kind of glide your first finger along on the string, but not always. Sometimes you use different fingers to do that. So in this case, I think these are all first finger shifts. Because they land, because we, oh wait. It's in, there isn't even really, because we're ending on an open string. I was doing it wrong. DJ Vegan in Black. Nice to see you. Hope you're having a nice weekend. Go follow DJ Vegan in Black, everybody. I mod for her, and she streams usually Monday, Wednesday, Friday, sometimes Fridays, rotating Friday, Saturday, Sundays. And she DJs dark and spooky and stompy, delicious music. Okay, that's enough of this one. So we did 1 through 4. And apparently you can't turn pages with the foot pedal when you're in annotation mode. Okay, so number 5. Can anybody make a guess as to what we're doing? So we've done shifting from first to second position and first to third position. Can anybody take a guess as to what number 5 might be about? Anybody? Anybody have an idea? And this is in 5, and it's in tenor. Well, the first 2 lines are in tenor clef, and then the next 3 lines are in bass clef. So this one, Scar says, waiting for someone to say you lost me at first position. This is first position. I don't know why this is in 5, but it is in 5. So we will do it in 5. One thing that's special about 4th position is that is where the body of the cello and the neck meet right here. So there's like a little cradle that you can stick your thumb in, so you have a physical reference point. Okay, so number 2 is... I've done a lot of these ones. Let's try number 3. This one goes... tenor clef, tenor clef. What note are you? There's a sharp there. This is D, D, E, F sharp, F sharp. Wait a minute. Oh, because it's fourth position. That's F sharp. That's a G. Nailed it. So let's see. I think we can do this with the whole bow. What's up, Nivex? It's a little, because there are 10 notes here, and I'm playing it kind of slow, so it makes it harder to get all the notes in before I run out of bow. Okay, that's enough of that one. Let's take a look at what number 4 is. Thanks for the claps. Those I really like. I really like the new. I noticed I do have the new. There's like new emotes, and Scar is just posted an example. It's very cute. It's very, very cute. There are 4, I think. I think there are 4. So what's this last one in the row? Here we go. Oh, it's an extension. Let's see, your F sharp. Let's get a tone going here. So we're going from 3/4, extended 3/4, or sorry, 2/4 to 2/4 again. that time. And I'm worried if I keep going, I will hit the point of diminishing returns, and then I will just teach myself mistakes. So that's number 5. And we did 1 through 4. So because these are new, I've been spending a lot of time on this. There's actually 40 exercises. So there's what? There's 5 lines on one page, and there's another 5 lines on the other page. So I think I would like to be able to just do like a line at a time, like a whole line at a time, and just like rip through it and whatever, but you gotta study them a little bit first. Oh, there's 40, and then there's more. Oh, because it's 2nd and 4th positions, and then there's 3rd extended and 4th extended positions. So there's lots of things. There's lots of combinations. We're going to cover them all eventually. Okay, so this one is 5th position. Let's see. I think actually, let's move on. Let's move on to the double stop one. So that one is over here. So this one's hard. And I'm getting better at it, and I'm not supposed to do it for very long because it's very hard on your wrist. So this one is chords actually, and so I'm playing, they're very guitar-like. I'm a guitarist as well, but they are, let me just do these. My teacher said you never do this. You're never going to use this finger pattern, but it's actually a common finger pattern on guitar, where it's 1 1 4 3. Let's do that again, and then that'll be it, because again, this is hard. 1 1. Oops. What are we doing here? 1 1 2 4. Like this. It's getting better. It's getting a lot better. Actually, it's getting better very quickly, is what I'm noticing. Okay, so let's see here. What did I say we were going to do next? Oh, we were going to do my double stop etude. That's what I said we were going to do. That one. No, not that one. Just having a little trouble. I'm still getting used to this software. There you are. There you are. Can I put you so I can see you better? That'll do. Okay. So this one is this is a double stop etude. Sing along if you know it. This is a really tricky, these are tricky notes to hit because we're coming from this. And I don't have my middle finger is just, it's got nowhere to go. It's got nowhere to prepare. So you just gotta kind of go for it. What's up, Dave? Nice to see you. Ah, why can't I type? Dave Kind is a game streamer who I met through Zach Bussey's community and has a nice cozy atmosphere playing pew pew games. When I was over there, they were playing some kind of first person shooter game, but also very it was kind of a nice contrast between like the cozy atmosphere and like the just like nice relaxed atmosphere and then the shooter game. So go check out the stream. Christmas music free stream means that I don't play Christmas music ever. even during the holiday season. It's a safe place if you want to escape from all of the Christmas music that happens at that time of year. And I just didn't take the rule down when it was no longer relevant. Maybe I'll put it back up in July. You favor this rule. Good. Yes. There's lots of there's lots of fine places on the internet where you can get Christmas music, on the internet and elsewhere, where you can get Christmas music in, December, say. December, thereabouts. So, we just like to do things a little different here, that's all. Thank you for reading the rules, though. I appreciate that. I want to work on the shift a little bit. That's the note we're going for. You are an E. Wait, come. No. Don't turn the page on me. There are more than enough things that repeat every year, so enough things that can get annoying with regularity. Yes, yes. Crank that up a little bit and see if I can do it a little faster. Frolic Chris, what's up? Here, let's turn this awful thing off. Frolic Chris, it's good to see you. Frolic Chris and I have gotten to hang out in person a few times. And it's been very nice. He plays piano, he sings, he does a lot of video game music. He's a video game music enthusiast, and just like a cool person to hang out with. Hope you had a good stream. Let's see here. Okay, so we're gonna let's do this without the bleep bloops and the noise. Where'd you go? My page moved on me. Nivex says, speaking of meeting in person, I'm going to be up in your neck of the woods in a few weeks. Let me know. Let me know. See, Frolic Chris says, you've been practicing a lot of Sega music. So if you're into that, stop by. Yes. Frolic Chris knows all of the video game music, basically. All of it. All of it. All of it. I have been so you might have seen from the stream title, but I will be practicing some video game music. I'm going to be going to VGM Con. That is one of the places where I've gotten to hang out with Frolic Chris. I got to see him perform at VGM Con last year. But I'm trying to... There's a lot of... It's basically a bunch of musicians let loose in a hotel. Musicians that are, like, really hardcore into video game music. And then they bring their instruments, and they're just, like, unleashed on this hotel. And so there's a lot of, like... There's an official jam space that, like, they convert, like, a little conference room into a jam space. but there's a lot of jamming that happens outside of the official jam space, and I participated in a bunch of that impromptu jamming, and it was great. It was so good for me, but it was a little stressful because I'm like I mod for a couple of streamers that play video game music, and like, you know, I enjoy what I hear, but I may have played my video games on mute mostly, so I'm like learning the repertoire right now. So yes, yeah, it's in the western suburbs of Minneapolis, the northwestern suburbs. It is not. It is, as someone that lives in the city, I will say, it's not. It's not. And I'm gonna be a snob. Like, it's not in the city. It's way out in the suburbs. But it's at a hotel just out in the suburbs. Chris says, it'll be stressful for me. I'm not sure if I'll be performing again, and a bunch of my friends will. But I'll be jamming then. Cool. Yeah, for some reason, we didn't actually get to play together last year. But we got to hang out, but we didn't actually play music together, which was silly. We should do that this year. Those C string notes are kind of hard to hit with good tone. Hate to raid and run, but I gotta practice too. Go do the practice. Thanks for the raid, Chris. Everybody make sure you're following Frolic Chris. And have a good night, Chris. Let's see. Dave says, sadly, Google Maps is unable to show me the way by foot from Germany. Oh, I wonder why. I wonder why that could be. That seems silly. What's up, Smarticus? Thanks for the follow. Go by boat. Okay, let's continue on. So let's do this part. Let's go back here. Let's work on that. That chord. It's the same. Was that the first time? No, that's the first time we see that pattern. That was nicely in tune. Donovan, welcome in. Donovan says, I'm so grouchy. Apocalyptica is playing here soon. I wish it was a bit later so I could go. How goes it? Oh, I'm sorry. You won't be able to go. That's a bummer. Thanks for following. Is that Javi? Dave says, like, I only wanted to know how many kilometers it is away. Oh, and it won't tell you at all? Like, does it tell you, like, if you, I mean... I would think it would. What do I use for, like, when I want to do that kind of thing? Because, like, it should show you the flight path, if nothing else. When you find out, let us all know both how to do this and how far away it is. I know it's like a 7-hour flight. I haven't actually flown into Germany from here, but it's 7 hours to Amsterdam. Direct. What's up, Dark Native? Good to see you. Thank you for popping in. it only offers to show me it would be 11 and 3/4 hours to fly. From DC to Frankfurt, it's 8 hours. Really? Yeah. So it is a little bit farther. It's definitely 7 to Amsterdam if you fly direct, because I've done that a couple of times. But the couple of times I've been in Germany, I've come in from somewhere else in Europe. Like I flew from London to Cologne one time, and then the other time was by train. So haven't kind of gone quite that far. Figure out there's a lot of preparing that goes on during this here. So let me see if I have a note about this measure. See, Dave says, like, I was flying from Dusseldorf to London. That were just 1.5 hours. Yeah, it was an easy flight from London to Cologne, and then it was when I was over there because I'm a Garbage fangirl. The band, not Trash. I'm not a fan of Trash, but I ended up. My London flight, I was like just wandering around Heathrow, and I ended up running into my friend who was on the tour, who was like, I just like ran into my friend, and turns out we were on the same flight because we were going to the same place on the same schedule. So that was fun, and then we ended up sitting next to each other. Yeah, I don't think I have a note. What I need to do, I need to go back. This is my notebook for my lessons, and I need to go back and like compile stuff for each piece. But that's a lot of work. Yeah. Nivek says, great circle distance. Yeah, MSP to FRA is 7,070 kilometers. Oh, that's a nice number, 70. So you're a garbage girl, but not a trashy girl. Well, in the garbage fan community, actually, there's like a few different names that we use and the band uses for us. But one of the names that it's actually, so my friend that I ended up flying with, he's a trasher. Because there was an old newsletter, like the Trash Talk newsletter, and then the people that were it was like a newsletter, but I think it was like a Usenet type group. So that they're the trashers. So when I go over to Europe for shows and the UK, I always end up hanging out with the trashers. But then the Shirley Manson, the singer, she also will call us Darklings. And I was not on the Trash Talk newsletter, so I'm a Darkling, I guess. But I hang out with the trashers. It's fine. Oh, I remember. supposed to anchor on my third finger. There is a band called Garbage, yes. Yes. You probably have heard, they got a lot, like, you've probably heard their stuff, whether you know it or not. Well, obviously you don't know it, but they've, oh, well, if you've seen The World Is Not Enough, the James Bond film, they did the theme song for that one. And then they've got, their music has been in a bunch of stuff. Push It would be probably one of the ones that they use for the sports ball in the places. But yeah, they were there, and there's a good fan base in Europe and the UK as well. Cathedora says, my server mates keep quoting Garbage when it's raining a lot in Minecraft. It makes me think of you each time. Oh yeah. So they have a song, one of their big hits from their first record was Only Happy When It Rains. So I actually have a shirt. The second verse, I think, is I'm only happy when it rains. I'm only happy when it's complicated. I have a shirt that says only happy when it's complicated in my closet right now. Yeah, I do think I need to have my fingers down for that fourth finger. And then it makes the next note, makes me more likely to hit the next note. So let's just do this part. I'm flat on my fourth finger. Right in tune there. So my teacher has me going shifting here. See, Dave says, I see songs from 1995, 98, 99, 2001, I guess, that I heard a song from them, but gone and try to listen to some of their songs in the future. Nice, yeah. I like them. What I like about them, and this is kind of like just my musical tastes in general, are like a combination of genres or a combination of sounds. And one thing that I find really interesting about music is the combination of electronic instruments and organic instruments. So they're a rock band with electronics, and they do a lot of they do some weird stuff with electronics, but then there's also the organic elements of the guitars and bass and voice and stuff. That's kind of my thing with music. That was good. Let's just keep, well, I'll start back a little bit and then we'll keep going. In tune there, but my first finger needs to be lower. See, Nivek says says, that's why I really like the Tron Legacy soundtrack. Yeah. Daft Punk said they didn't want it to be another synthesized album, and I thought they did some nice work integrating with an orchestra. Yeah. That soundtrack is it's pretty nice. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. It's well done. TCS Deep says, organic. Don't know if I would like a band populated by AI. I prefer humans. I prefer humans too, and let me just tell you about that. I as you can see behind me, those are all CDs that I've like bought. And there's more CDs on the other shelf. So I buy a lot of music, and I like to buy physical music, but I have a pretty large digital library as well. So I buy most of my music, and so most of my music listening, I am listening to the stuff that I have purchased, and I'm listening to it here in this, in this room on my stereo of the things that I have bought. But I just switched. But I got really frustrated this is about 5 years ago, 5 or 6 years ago, trying to manage my music library on my phone. It was like a nightmare and this was on an Android phone at the time. So I finally caved and subscribed to Tidal to just because I was sick of just dealing with like transferring files to my phone, and I've got a really big music library, as you might expect. I don't know how big it is in sort of file size, but I use lossless files, and so the files are bigger, whatever. So it's a pain in the butt to deal with that with a phone. So finally I caved. I'm like, well, I felt gross. I couldn't in good conscience use Spotify even that long ago. There's a new book out about Spotify and like how awful it is. But anyway, that I have on my to read pile right now. But anyway, so I was using Tidal, and their rates are a little bit better. They pay out a little bit better than Spotify does. But I'm kind of double dipping, if you will, because I'm buying my music, so I'm paying for it then, and then there's a little extra drip, if you will, from what I'm consuming when I'm out and about listening to Tidal. Well, I switched today to Deezer because Deezer, like, I guess part of the thing in the book, what is it called? Let me check here. I have it in my library here. I'm not necessarily a snob about lossless, but just the sheer technical thing with lossless is if a lossless file means you're not losing any quality. And so if you want to preserve your music for, forever, like I do, I like to have everything lossless, because then it'll it's not going to degrade in quality. So anyway, so I download all my stuff from Bandcamp in FLAC, or I rip all my CDs in FLAC. They got hacked and lost a big amount of user data. Oh, that's a bummer. But anyway, yeah, I switched over today. And because they have, so I guess there's like a big problem with AI generated music, like AI slop on Spotify. And where is this? I don't think I bought it there. I might have bought it somewhere else. This is going to bother me now if I don't look it up. The author's first name is Liz. Mood Machine: The Rise of Spotify and the Costs of the Perfect Playlist by Liz Pelly. Let me write that down. Well, I'll just give you the short title. That should be enough if you're interested to go look that up. But yeah, anyway, so I'm into human created stuff. And so Deezer just, I think, last month released a statement. They've gotten a patent, and they released a statement that they're going to they're going to detect AI generated music, and then they're going to put a label on it. So I was like, all right, that's cool. And I don't really like, Jack Dorsey owns Tidal, and they've been fine, but I'm not like, I'm not a big Jack Dorsey fan. He's the guy that he was one of the Twitter founders. So I was like, well, we'll try these other folks that are at least labeling content that's AI generated. So at least there's some transparency there. So anyway, that was what I did when I should have been doing other things, but that was what I did. That was what I did. Okay, so we're on this section. And welcome in, Dead. It's a really big stretch. There's a lot. There's some shifting, and there's we go here. So I need to get my first finger ready when I'm here. Wait. Need to get my first finger down. So this part, I'm doing things like this with my wrist, and that's, my teacher was like, what are you doing? Don't do that. What are you doing? So let's work on that. Too. My thumb is like wants to be free, but it should not be floating. You probably can't see it very well, but like my thumb is like way away from the neck, and it shouldn't necessarily be like on the back of the neck, but it shouldn't be like that. Ah. Bah. Can I repeat a question I wrote? Yes. I must have missed it. Sorry. Please ask away. Remember you wanted to do some co-op gaming. Did you manage to do so? Not yet. I don't really have time to play games right now. So I haven't done anything about it. I know. I think Cathadora and I actually talked about maybe playing some stuff at some point. We just haven't bothered. But we are friends on Switch, if I remember correctly. I haven't powered up my Switch in I don't know how long. Cathadora says, I haven't touched my Switch in a while. Yeah. Nice. Gonna look out for it in the future. Yeah, I was gonna play something. I don't know. I have a bunch of games that I haven't actually played. I bought the Ninja Turtles, just like the old school arcade game from when I was a kid. I played that a little bit. Okay, this is getting better. I don't know how much more time I want to spend on this. This part, let's just kind of go through the rest of it quickly. The rest of it should be in better shape. I scrolled away. Let's start here. Let's work on this measure. This is an up bow. There's a shift here. It's very small, so you might not be able to see it. Dave says, I gave mine to a friend. Just had it for at least a year. Nice. Nice. Hopefully your friend is getting some use out of the Switch. I did not shift there. is supposed to be a 4. We changed some fingering this week. And I wrote it down on paper and I didn't transfer it here. Okay, that's enough of this. That is enough of that. All right, what did I say we were going to do next? Oh, let's do this. Oh, this will work. This will work. All right, I got to change this here. My iPad is almost done charging, but not quite. So I have the stupid charger cable in the way. Hello. There we go. What are we doing? Oh, Elegie. Yes. I mean, I have this. I have a paper copy, but I'll do this. So I have a lamp on my stand. I don't want the cable to bend too much. I also don't want to melt the cable with my lamp. That would be not ideal. Okay. So this one, I'm gonna warm up my vibrato with this. So what I've been doing to practice vibrato is play the notes of the song, or the piece, but like that. I'm going to just like go phrase by phrase like that. So I'll warm up and then I'll play the phrase for real a few times and then we'll move on. So one thing that I need to work on is continuous vibrato. So I stop a lot, and that's not what we want. thinking about too many things at once. Let's just move on to the next phrase. And I'm not doing the bowings I'm not doing the bowings while I'm doing the vibrato practice. Let's try it for real. On this part here. Wait. We're in bass clef here, not tenor clef. So oh, there it is. There it is. See, are you up bow, down bow, up bow, down bow? Stiff here. No, you're up bow. Okay, let's try the first two phrases together. The first one's supposed to be loud and the second one's supposed to be soft. And then there's supposed to be a difference in timbre and like how the sound. It's the same notes, but the first time I'm playing on the A string and the second time I'm playing on the D string, largely. So and they have different qualities. Ah. On that right there. So it's the same note again. There's a lot of cases where you have the same note repeated, but it's in a different position or on a different string, or like in this case, the first note is a harmonic, and then the second note, actually, what I need to work on is I should have a fast bow stroke to start the note, and then I should immediately slow down my bow to make that accent. So rather than like trying to add more to the note to make it zing a little bit, it should all be bow speed. Same thing there. This is harder. It's up bow. Let's do it without a vibrato. Up, down, up, down. that's a G, that high note, and it should be a crescendo. So let's do. Let's do, actually here, I want to do some work on vibrato here first, and then we'll play it for real. So we're here on a G. Okay, and then the other thing that my my teacher said was keep your thumb here. Keep your thumb back in position, in the cradle. And you're a down bow. This is a big reach. Started the wrong bow stroke. It's another one there. Up, down. Yeah, that's a down bow. let's do that whole section up until there. I like this piece a lot. Okay, let's do that whole thing again. I'm working on some phrasing stuff here. Okay, so then we go back to the main melody. And I just realized I don't think I gave you a shout out, Dark Native. Everybody go follow Dark Native. And so Dark Native on this channel, he has 2 channels. This channel that I just shouted out is the DJ channel, where he plays a lot of very eclectic music from a lot of different artists, and does a lot of highlighting of Indigenous artists, as well as LGBTQIA plus 2 spirit artists, and just a lot of people that are members of underrepresented groups. Really, really great. Really, really great programming over there. Always, the chat's always nice. And then there's also, he's got another channel. If you go over to his channel page, you'll find the other channel for a lot of education about indigenous, the indigenous people of Turtle Island, and different concerns of the indigenous community is an emphasis of that channel. So really, really good stuff. Really, really good stuff. Cool. All right. Let's tackle some more of this. Okay, so we go back to the main melody, and now we're on the D string. So just like in the second, just like the second phrase. Except now it's even quieter. What am I doing wrong? this part is different, and this is the part that I've been working on this. So, and let me actually get my paper music out. Because there's a page turn here, and like, I don't want to deal with the foot pedal. And like going back and forth for practice. It's a whole thing. It is a whole thing. Oh, good. We're charged. So now I no longer need to worry about melting my cable. That'll do. Okay, so we've got here. So here, I'm gonna do those measures a couple of times, but that shift, I'm doing a very bad job with that shift. I'm not. I'm supposed to shift to a D flat, and I'm just not. I'm going up to a D. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm not hitting a D flat. But we'll worry about that in a minute. Let me just get some repetition in on this first part. Okay, so this shift, I'm gonna just get a D flat going. All right, that's the note I'm shifting to from here. And then let's just see. Are you a down bow? Down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So this is an up bow. So there should be a breath in between. Like I actually wrote double railroad tracks at an angle, which is a breath mark for singers. But I'm not a singer. I'm a cellist. Let's go back a couple of notes. No, that's a... Let me mark this. little bit more. Wait, that's up bow. I was cheating. I overshot, and then I came back down. So let me turn this off. You be quiet. Okay, so there was another shift I was having. It's not, these aren't hard shifts. It's just for some reason my brain is just not getting this. So that's why we practice, right? I shouldn't have turned that off. Let's do it. Let's without the tone. Let's see if I can do it by myself. So now let's back up a little bit. Let's back up another measure and we'll do this. right, that extension there. You're extended and you're extended. And what bow stroke are you? Okay, so these are all starting down bow. All the measures are starting down bow, which is kind of normal. So this is the end of the, like the A part, basically. So then we go into the middle, the B part, and then we go back to the A part. So let's work on this part again. Oh, and this should be a poco retard. And then we go back into here, so I gotta practice that part. Oops. I should work on not hitting the frog with the strings, or the string. Yeah, the strings. No, hitting the strings with the frog. That way. Yes. So this little section goes. To the part that I don't know yet. I don't know if Yushin is lurking, but if Yushin, if you're lurking, that's for you. He loves Baby Shark. Anyway, so this part. I swear I wrote things here. That's a 3. You are a 3. You are a 3. That's tricky because it's a 1-1. So I have to have my finger ready, like I'm playing a double stop. And then what happens? Then we have a page turn. Actually, I'm gonna get rid of that. There's more stuff written on the digital copy than on the paper copy. So now if I'm... Oh, you know what? I should have the other page over here. That's what I should do. You want the first page handy. Oh, geez. The page breaks are different. Well, that's annoying. That's very annoying. Oh, you know what it was? IMSLP, the Petrucci Music Library, which is imslp.org, is where I got this from. It's all for like public domain classical works. It's a super amazing resource. But anyway, so the version that I printed, I couldn't find that version again when I went to get a download to put on my iPad. So I like how, well, maybe not. I don't know. They're just slightly different pagination, basically. Everything else is the same, you know, and then there's like a couple of rehearsal marks. So like rehearsal marks are just little, like an A and a B and a C, just to tell you, like, if you're in orchestra practice, for example, and your conductor says, okay, let's start at C, rather than saying, let's start at measure number 23, right? Like, so you don't have to count then. Anyway, so I'm just, like, lining things up here. Because they're different. You know what? This is just going to confuse me. All right, we tested that. That seemed like a good idea, but it in fact was not. Okay, so I'll practice with my foot. I'll practice with the pedal here. Marco, welcome in, welcome Raiders. Just working on this classical piece, a slow sad piece. Let me go to the beginning and play this for you. Okay, so that's as far as I've gotten. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you. I saw a bunch of follows. My name is Tripwire. I play the cello. I've been playing the cello since June of 2020. So getting up on 5 years. So yeah. And what's up, Mello? Good to see you. Zenzuzu. I see some familiar names. Let me scroll back because I like totally missed everything that was happening in the chat. What's up, PJ Dubs? Good to see you. Marco, thank you for the raid. Cathadora, thanks for that shout out. Got Adam, welcome in. Wolverine. Gatto, welcome in, everybody. Huma. I like that. Yeah, so I'm practicing this. So this is a piece by Gabriel Faure, written in like, I think 1888, 1890-ish, something along those lines. Lago says, hello, first time catching your streams, love the Faure. I remember when I was just starting to study it and having trouble with intonation on all those shifts like 10 years ago. Cool, so I take it, are you a cellist then? Because this is like, I guess this is kind of a milestone piece for a cellist. It's like it's a famous, important cello piece. And I was in Vargon's stream. He's a professional cellist. I am not a professional cellist, but he's one of the first streamers that I like hung out over there back in 2020, and so he's kind of been along for my cello journey, and he said, "Oh, this is a milestone piece. It's a milestone piece. It's always good. It's always good to meet new cello friends. Always good." So anyway, yeah, so I've been taking lessons since June of 2020, and I show you what I do when I'm practicing. So I like to talk things through. And so that was like basically, this piece is 2 pages, so what I played you is basically the first page, at least in my copy. Zen, have a good lurk. And I think Stream Elements is broken still. So that's a thing. Stream Elements, the bot has been ill for the past couple of days. I was modding yesterday and it was very confusing. Anyway, so that was the first page. And this is it's a funeral piece. It's a dirge, right? Like, yeah, send it some soup or some broth or something, and maybe some orange juice. I don't know. Get well soon, Stream Elements. Yes. I mean, it's been kind of working here. I don't know. Anyway, so now we're getting to, that was the A part, and now we're getting to the B part, and I've got a page turn. I just switched to using an iPad for digital music rather than paper sheet music. So we're right at the page turn. So this is very exciting, everybody. This is there's a lot going on here. And I'm not super concerned about the rhythm right now. I'll worry about that. I'll worry about that later. Okay, page turn. Let's see. Lago says, I think the big intense runs on the second page was the first time I encountered that kind of technically challenging runs, also going up that high on the fingerboard. Hope you enjoy. Yeah, so what they're talking about is, so we got 2 lines of this kind of thing, right? let's see, that's a B flat and a 1, so I think he wants me to shift down. So we got that kind of thing going on for 2 lines. And then interesting that this is still in, I guess it's still in bass clef. So that was all in tenor clef. So cello music, if you're not familiar with reading cello music is kind of, there's a lot in bass clef, but then you also have to go into tenor clef pretty often. So tenor clef, the thing, if you're not familiar with what tenor clef looks like, it looks like number 3, and then there's a line, right? So if you know what alto clef is for the violists in the house, it looks like that, except it's shifted up. So on a viola, alto clef, the middle C is the middle line, and the middle line goes in the butt crack of the 3. So that's how you know where middle C is when you're in alto clef, and then in tenor clef, it's just shifted up another like space. So you look for the butt crack to find your middle C. And we got more cello friends. TJ Cello, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. We're just learning some Faure. Lago says the butt crack of the 3. What a wonderful description. I mean, you're gonna remember that now. You're gonna know now. Everybody, even if you don't know how to read music, like even if you didn't know how to read music before you got here today, you are now all know how to read alto clef and tenor clef. So yes, you are welcome to borrow that description. Please do use that for your students because they're going to remember it. And this was a revelation that I had. So treble clef is a G clef. And apparently, so treble clef's got this, I don't know, spirally thing going on. And I didn't realize that the G kind of goes in the middle of this. There's like a little circle, it kind of looks like an S, right? The G, the line of the G is in the middle of the little S thingy. Sir Butley Poopington, good to see you. Everybody, Sir Butley is here. Please be on your best behavior. Yeah, so I just started, how long ago did I start working? I started working on it this year. I imagine that this is going to be probably what I play for my next recital in May. So I've got like 3 more months to get it ready. So the first page I feel pretty good about, but the half of the second page is where the wacky things start to happen. So I'm learning the notes. I actually wrote all of the notes, the note names below because I hadn't played in tenor clef in a little bit, and then I came back and I was like, oh, I don't know how to read this, and so I went in and I wrote all the note names below the notes and the staff, and I'm not ashamed. So anyway, so we're working on the second page now. So here, and I'm probably just going to hack away at the first 2 lines before we get into the fast stuff. So here, all right, you're an F. Golden Nun, thank you for the $15 donation to Music Cares. They do a lot of really good work. Helping out, they're a charitable foundation through the Grammy Foundation, I guess, and they help musicians and other people in the music industry on various things. And one of the things that they are that they are helping with right now is aid from the LA fires. So it's not just musicians that they support, but also other music industry workers, which is great because I think sometimes Sometimes some of the like the crew folks and that don't always have as many resources. But yeah, thank you for that donation. I appreciate it. And thank you for the follow as well. Okay, I'm kind of stalling. I'm kind of nervous. Like everybody, all the raids came in when I'm getting to the hard part that I don't know the notes for. So let's see. Logid says, oh, I absolutely write out note names sometimes too, usually stuff with lots of ledger lines. Yeah. It's so hard to like, I don't know. There's a lot going on. I played piano I took like 6 months of piano lessons, and like the grand staff was like, woo, because you got to watch 2 sets of notes at the same time. I don't know about that. Still make use of half step, whole step marks for the stuff in thumb position too. Yeah. Whatever, you do whatever you got to do. Okay, so what was I doing? I was looking for a note. I was looking for an F. Where are you, F? What position are we in? I don't even know because it's on the other page. Daniel Berserk, welcome. Good to see you. Everybody go follow Daniel. He's an amazing guitarist, plays like a bazillion other instruments too. Well, he's very good at the guitar. Very good. Okay, so here. Okay, so we're at 4. Oh, Cathedor, are we dropping? What happened? Oh, did you not drop the bow? I forgot already. I picked it up and I totally forgot. Goldfish brain right now. So much excite, brain goldfish. That's where we are. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm staying on the A string there. Okay, so then we've got... Oh, wait. We're in tenor clef. No, but I did that right. Okay, so then we got an A, so then we shift up here. That's right. And it's an A natural. Daniel says, I can't tell if there's a chat delay or if Cathedora is a time traveler. Okay, so I see. D flat, E flat, F. So it is... Okay, so here, this is all chromatic, sort of. So we've got A, B flat, C, D flat, E flat, F. Is that right? Are you D flat? You are. Oh, I wrote this in wrong. Let me fix that. That's a D, not a D flat. If I leave that, I will confuse myself. So we've got... What finger are you, though? Got to start at the beginning now. Not the beginning. Oh, wait, that's an... What did I do? We're just gonna turn here. I like majorly messed up what I wrote down here. So we're gonna delete that. We're gonna try again. Okay. So you are a D natural. Then we have an E flat. Then we got an F and a G. And then an A natural, and then we end on a C. We end on a C because, chat, the C is in the butt crack. Everybody knows where middle C is now. Is that going all the way back down? I've got a 3 written there, and I think that means I need to go back to half position. That seems... No. It's there. But that's weird too, because that would be a 3-3. That's a really, like a fast... I think that is... Let me mark that as a thing to ask my teacher. One thing that I can do with digital that I couldn't do with paper is I can just like highlight stuff, and then when I'm at my lesson, I can just... Rather than having to like write it down in my notebook somewhere else where I probably am not looking at it and might forget to say something. Put that down there. Let's see. Let's see. I definitely have a few spots in this passage where I do a big shift down to first half position. Okay, so that's probably what he's intending here. I forgot. We went over this and then I wrote stuff down, but not quite enough stuff. So if we go here, there's my A. D flat. I like really messed up the note names. I'm just gonna delete it all. I'll fix it later. That'll be my homework. What was I thinking? What was I thinking here? Those are all... Let's... Okay. And then, oh, and what I can also do, oh, this is so exciting. So we go in the middle of the line, I switch from tenor clef to bass clef, and I'm gonna put a big yellow mark. This is so exciting. I'm gonna put a big yellow mark and highlight that bass clef. Daniel says, how have you been? I've been all right. I've been all right. Been hacking away at this. Went skiing today, cross-country skiing, which was nice because running when in the winter is not great. It's much more pleasant to be gliding on snow than to be running on snow. Actually, we haven't really had snow, so that's why I've been running. Let's see here. Okay, so if we go from here, if we go here, there's my A. So that should be a 2. So we go here. This is where we need to land. You've compelled me to dig up my scores. Nice. I need to make a command for this because I got the this score I just got from IMSLP, so it's a public domain copy. So I need to make a command so people can, if they want to, they can download it and follow along. Let's see here. So we go. So if we go back up to the high part where we shift down, there's my A. And then I don't know if there's, I don't care what the bowings are. I'm not worried about that right now. I wonder actually. So here, time. Oh crap! All right, I hate to do this to you now that you're digging up your score, but I think I need to move on because I have quiet hours, so I have half an hour left, and I want to work on some video game music. And clearly, we've gotten to the point in this where I just need to hack away at this kind of off camera. So we're gonna do that. All right. I'm feeling good about the work that was done on that one. Okay, so where's my? There we go. Oh, and if you're wondering what I'm doing down, I have 2 iPads. And the one iPad is like mounted to my stand, and then one is on my music stand. The one that's mounted to my stand, I use an app called Mujo to track my practice. So when I'm like down here, I'm just messing with my journal, my practice log, my training log, if you will. Let's go to let's just start with this one. Okay, so we'll do. All right, so what we're gonna do here is, so this is one Cathedora suggested last week. And I asked, so I'm going to VGM Con, which is Video Game Music Convention. It's local to me in the Minneapolis area in April. And so it's a bunch of musicians that it's a bunch of people that really like video game music, and most of them are musicians. So people bring their instruments, and there's like an actual jam space, like an official jam space. But then there's like people are just playing, like they just take over the hotel, and it's kind of an interesting hotel. It's set up so that like even though like most of the hotel is the con people, it's not entirely the con people, but it's set up in such a way where the noise isn't a problem. So anyway, this one Cathedora suggested, and one thing that I'm working on right now is vibrato. So I said, oh, well, a good way to practice for VGM Con, so that I don't feel like I'm at quite such a deer in headlights when I get there and I'm like trying to play with other people, is, you know, to practice that stuff. But then if I can practice some of like the hits that are like nice, like slower pieces, or pieces that are really good for a nice slow vibrato, a nice big wide vibrato, that would probably be ideal. So I have a bunch of pieces from VG Lead Sheets, vgleadsheets.com, that I have bookmarked. You can like download their whole PDF. It's like a 2,000 page PDF, at least the bass clef. There's a bass clef version, a treble clef version, and then there's like some of the weird band instruments that are in other keys. Like there's like a B flat instrument one. I don't understand that. I never played a band instrument. So anyway, this is 2 a.m. from Animal Crossing Wide World, and I just I don't think I'd ever heard it before last week, and so I sight read it on stream because Cathedora suggested it. And it turns out, actually, it's a really good... I'm starting to work up... I'm a little rusty on guitar. I've been playing guitar since 1994. But I haven't been playing much recently, so I'm kind of rusty, and I'm trying to refresh on some chord shapes so that I'm prepared for the con. And this is a good one. This was actually a really good one to refresh on major seventh chords. It's got some major seventh chords, minor seventh chords, regular seventh chords, and a seventh sus4 chord, and a diminished chord, and a sixth chord. So it was like a really good practice for that. But anyway, I got 4 measures and nothing. So let's see here. And it's in 3. It's in 3/4. See, and it's at 90. So let me turn this on. Okay. Oops. Oh, right. We're in A major. So, yes. There we go. What's up, Iocane? Good to see you. Cathedora, would you mind giving a shout out to Iocane? Iocane is awesome. And they're a musician, and they play games, and they're just an awesome person. We played Mario Kart together once. We did. We played Mario Kart together, and it was a fun time. Wait, we're in 3. 1, 2. There we go. do that loop again. Had to remember how this goes. So the counting is a challenge here. For me. It's not hard, it's just hard for me. I think I'm holding those too long. I think that's... Let me turn the metronome on. Let me turn this metronome on. And I'll set it to 3. We're in 3. We're at 90. Okay, perfect. That'll help. We should play again, Iocane. I have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles too now. One and two and three and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and... That's what it is. Turn this up a little bit. It's shorter. It's... Okay, I think I got it. So now this next loop, we don't need the metronome because there's nothing syncopated, or there's nothing, it's all on the beat. So here, I said this, we should play this on the C string here, so... G sharp. We have a G sharp in the key signature here, friends. So I gotta play here. You gotta remember that. Usually that's an open string, but it is not. Let's see. That's probably why I went to the C string there. Here. there's no shift there. Okay. I think I got it. I think I got it. Okay, that's still a little rough. But I think that I got the melody. And then like the guitar part, I might practice that off. Well, we'll see. I might get the guitar out. I don't know if I have have everything routed. I don't have things routed. So I will not be getting the guitar out for stream. Okay. Another one that I've been working on. Let's try On Our Way from Final Fantasy. Let's do this. Thank you, Iocane. It's, you know, it's getting there. Like, I don't really know the song yet, so I feel like I was playing it like correctly, but not super musically, if that makes sense. This is from Final Fantasy VII. It's definitely recognizable. Good. Okay, so let's do that. All right, so this one, I worked out some fingerings, I don't know how long ago. And this is in G major, so we have our open G's back. What did we do here? Wait, we got an F sharp. Oh, right. Okay, I know this one. That's much better. That's much better. We want a 4 there. Whoa. I put highlighter all over the page, and that was not what I meant. Stay on the D string. This is kind of an awkward spot. So here, so rather than, let's stay up. I'm trying to avoid open A. That's better. So this will go down to the A string here. Oops. And then here we'll go back to the D string. So here we go. So that's a 3. And there's a 1 there for the shift. Actually, can we get away with a 2 there? Nope. Yeah, this is going to take some work to figure out good fingerings. It's not that hard. I mean, if I play it, if I play it, so here, let's just play this in first position. I'm not going to let myself shift so that you can hear how it sounds with those open A's, and it is really icky. That's super gross, right? Iocane says, do you think in Canada they play open ace? Ace? A's? A's? I know what you're trying. I don't. A? A? I work with a bunch of Canadians. Their accents are very adorable. Don't tell them I said that. Everybody has an accent, by the way. Everybody. Everybody. We all have accents. They're just different. I took some linguistics classes, and that was one of the things that I learned. You say, you don't have an accent. No, you do. It's just normal to you. Normal to you. Okay, so that is why I'm trying to figure out better fingerings, because it sounds icky. Those open A's are horrible. Everyone but me and the people I grew up with have an accent. Yes. Yes, exactly, Iocane. What happened there? That's an extension. And that's a 1. No. Nope. That's a 2. It says, outside of Baroque music, I tend to avoid open strings extremely often when playing solo melody parts. Yeah. They can feel so out of place in a phrase. Lots of shifting to hit the 5th on finger 4 or outright moving passages over to 4th position. Yeah. That was why. So last year, so I didn't, because I'm local to the con, last year, I didn't stay at the con hotel. And so I was driving back and forth between my place and the con, and it was like a half-hour drive or whatever. So I didn't bring like all of my crap with me. I just brought like for Friday and Saturday. It starts on Friday, so Friday and Saturday I brought my violin, my acoustic violin, because it's the most conveniently portable of the instruments that I play. And that was a little stressful because I'm pretty rusty, and it was a little stressful because I feel like there's more pressure on violin to play more notes and like, to like take the lead once in a while and like stuff like that. And I was so like, there was a lot of brain having to happen. There was lots of brain cells being used to do all of that work. And then so this year I have a room, so I'm gonna bring probably this cello, my acoustic violin. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna bring a violin. Well, I'm gonna bring this cello, and I'm gonna bring an acoustic guitar, and I might bring a violin, or I might not. I have my little amp. I have a little amp to bring with me if I bring an electric instrument. But anyway, I found it a little bit less stressful than on Sunday. I left the violin here and I just brought my cello. And I felt like there was less pressure because I could just play, I'm looking at a lead sheet, right? So it's just got the chords and it's got the melody line. And when I was playing in a group, there was maybe like 10 people, and it was like I don't even know, there were some blowy instruments, there was somebody playing like jazz piano, there was a drum kit, there was some percussion, there was my stand partner was playing violin, or she might have been playing flute. I don't remember. She might have been playing both. I don't know. She plays both. It was Raditaz was my stand partner. Raditaz is a wonderful stand partner. And then I was playing cello, so I felt like I could just play along with the bass notes or the root note of the chord, and it was not so bad. Kane says that's an amp, but in all lowercase, easy to confuse the two. Where is it? Here. Isn't it so cute? Isn't it totally cute? So adorable. So adorable. Got it for Christmas. And it's actually functional. It doesn't sound like a big Marshall stack, but it'll do. It does the job. It does the job. So anyway, I felt a little bit less overwhelmed playing along on cello because I felt like there was less expected of me. Basically, I could just be like, okay, for this piece, right? I could just play. And then if I was feeling fancy, depending on like this piece, if I was just playing along in a group setting like that, I feel like long, just the root note, nice and long, little vibrato would be perfectly fine for a group setting. To add something to the mix. So then maybe on some other stuff you could throw in some a little more rhythm. Anyway, where were we figuring out fingerings here? We were here. This part. There's a 4 there. I did write out fingerings for this part, and this is in my way. Something on here, and that makes things hard to read. If we do a double stop here, have to do one here too. But let me write that. Well, we want that to be a 1. There's a 2. Yeah, and then that puts me time check. Don't you want to get in trouble? Don't want you to get in trouble with your neighbors. Yeah. How far? It's 10 after. There's a party going on, so I don't feel so bad. But you're right, Nivex. Thank you for looking out for me. We have reached quiet hours, chat. So I think that's going to do it for tonight. Thank you very much to our raiders. We had a raid from Frolic Chris. Make sure you give Frolic Chris a follow. He's here. Let's do this. I can chat while I'm, well, maybe not. I broke it, everybody. Anyway, we're going to do this. Yeah, so give Frolic Chris a follow. Let me just pull this up. We had TJ Cello with that raid. Make sure you follow our cello friends. We also had Marco Walks. Thank you very much, everybody that stuck around, especially stuck around through me hacking away at that Faure, the Elegie. It's, you know, it's learning a piece is a whole thing. So thank you, everybody, all the new chatters. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Here, we're going to do this. I made a new button. Thank you, Cathedora, for everybody. Mod love for Cathedora. We're going to say goodbye to our friends on YouTube. Thank you.